Basketball fans, welcome into another episode of Canada's home for talking hoops. This is the half hour of power called Hangout, and I am Akil Augustine, and we got three new minds. Well, not new, but, a couple guys on the couch that haven't been here in a while. First off, huge shouts out to my Ticket Connect, because I need to see Bryson Tiller consistently. Sony Music's very own Craig Mannix. Thank you for coming out. Nice glasses.
Thank you.
Just destroyed his mentions, man.
I know, I did. I do that to people. One of my favorite YouTubers, and not repping his hometown, he's repping Compton. What's the name of the dude, new rapper you like? What's his name?
New rapper is Anderson .Paak. He's not a rapper.
He's not a rapper?
It's okay, though.
Okay, he's putting me on to new stuff. Anderson .Paak is hot, and guess what? So is that dude McFly. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and Canadian basketball aficionado, president, general manager, lead content creator, intern, and philosopher for On Point Basketball, Drew Ebanks.
Respect, my man.
All right.
Glad to be here.
True Jamaican.
A true Jamaican.
15 job titles.
All right.
Tough job.
Let's get into it, though. The Toronto Raptors, time to round them up. 52 wins, and they've got a 96-90 win last night at the Air Canada Centre. But the real question is, after they beat Charlotte, are you not entertained? Fans seem to keep nitpicking, finding different ways to complain. But, they got a record in wins. They got 2 All-Stars. They're in second place in the Eastern Conference. Craig Mannix, are you not entertained?
I'm entertained, but concerned.
Concerned?
Yes.
Like it's an episode of Walking Dead. Tell me your concern.
Yes, it's entertaining. Yeah, because my concern is how we've ended up the last 2 years, where we've been going into the playoffs favored, do well, and have kind of bottomed out early. And I'm concerned.
Do you feel there's no difference between this team and the teams of years past? Specifically those 2 years that you mentioned, the team that played Washington, the team that played Brooklyn. Is there no difference between these two teams?
Maybe the Brooklyn team, a definite difference. Last year's team, not much of a difference. As a matter of fact, with Carroll out, we might not be as good.
So Biombo, Joseph?
I think Carroll was kind of hurting us for a little bit.
He
To
didn't
be
play that
honest,
much.
because when he came out, we started really flourishing and doing well. And I feel like we have a different mentality than last year because of pieces like Biombo. Like, that guy brings an energy that I can't explain to the team. You see him on the bench. I've
And
never
it's fear,
seen someone.
too. Guys don't want to drive against him.
Exactly. And I've never seen someone so enthusiastic on a Raptors bench since, like, JYD. Like, somebody dunks
what
and
he is.
Biombo's just,
He is this generation's JYD.
I love it.
You gotta
Love
love,
it.
you gotta love the way they're playing together. And the thing that I like about this year's team is when somebody doesn't have it going, and unlike other years, other guys pick up the slack. And they are entertaining, man. We can't complain. How can we complain? A new record for the season, second in the East. We just got to go with it and see what happens. We can't be too critical right now.
It's a lot like what
What-
he said, though.
One difference I will point out, though, is last year this team tried to shoot their way out of problems with guys like Corey
Going to the rack now.
and Bismack. They go to the rack and they defend. But let's talk about this. The only question that matters is, who would you prefer them to play in the first round of the playoffs? We're looking at the bottom half.
Anybody but the Bulls, man.
Anyone
And I'm
but the
glad they're
Bulls.
almost out right there.
Anyone
I'll
but
tell
the
you right now,
Bulls.
Indiana.
Yep.
That's I see that as a favorable matchup right now for the Raptors. I
They're
think
crumbling.
Detroit.
They're
I
crumbling.
don't like the Detroit matchup. I think Drummond causes a lot of problems, and I think Jackson causes problems as well at the point guard
Young
spot.
Reginald Jackson?
But I'm telling you, if we get Indiana, I think first round we're good to go.
I favor the Drummond argument just because of the fact that we have a problem with the rebounding the ball, and he is a beast on the board. So it's like, if they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities, we're gonna get hurt, especially if we're turning over the ball at the same time.
Sick Biombo on him. Craig, who do you want to see us match up with?
Well, I'm with everybody else. I'm anybody but Chicago.
Let's hope Chicago keeps
Anyone but Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Anyone but Jimmy Butler.
Stay out of the
which
playoffs.
even with Chicago the way they are right now, they shouldn't even be able to beat us, but they just have to have our
number.
Isn't that
number.
amazing?
Kinda like-
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Like they could be playing with us four right here,
And Jimmy.
and they'll still beat the Raptors.
I've noticed
It's
there's a
crazy.
problem with the Raptors, though. There's always a player that they don't expect to step up, like McDermott the last
Right.
game. They always a player that they don't expect to step up, and they don't switch up. They don't like make any other arrangements. And
Or
like,
Tony Snell.
yeah, like
Tony
Hey,
Snell
hey.
scored 20 points for the whole season, and we played the Raptors for 30 or whatever.
He's a UGK. He's an
No,
underground
he
king.
could
A lot of
play.
people
Yeah,
don't know
He
about
could
his
play.
game.
He
Definitely.
could ball.
But McFly, let me ask you this.
yes.
Looking forward at the playoffs, what do you define as success in this Toronto Raptors group, especially understanding the bad taste in the mouth that fans have after those first-round exits?
Well, definitely getting out of the first round is the first thing they need to worry about, just because of obviously the past 2 years. But I feel also that people expect them to make some noise in that second round. You can't go out, like, you can't make it past the first round and then get slapped in that second round. Like, you actually have to grind down to like 7 games or we're not going to be satisfied. And if we win the second round, no one's going to complain.
As Greg Popovich says, sorry to cut you, we going to the finals, baby.
Exactly.
Greg Pop.
Are you sure he even said that?
I don't believe he said that.
right now.
I don't think Pop
He said you guys are going to the finals, or you guys got the team to go to the finals.
All right,
we'll see.
I don't know. Maybe.
LeBron, sorry, I don't want to get LeBron all crazy right now.
Okay, all right, but where do you see this team ending up, Craig?
Anything but second round is a failure. I think that with the way the team's built and the way we are, and especially being in the division that we're in, playoffs should be expected.
Yeah.
Conference finals.
You know,
Finals,
I think conference finals is attainable, but if we put up a fight in the second round and get knocked out, I wouldn't be, crying.
I would be disappointed.
I would be disappointed, but I wouldn't be
We're beyond
ashamed.
the second
I wouldn't
round.
be ashamed like I felt the last
Not
2
ashamed,
years.
but
This is
we're
the problem.
beyond the
I
second
felt
Oh, wait,
ashamed.
let me
This is
slide
the
in.
thing. That you said at the start, are you not entertained? We're here having a discussion about the top seeded team, like one of the top seeded teams, and we're concerned if they'll make it to the second round. This is why
Great
people
point.
are nitpicking, because we're so unsure of
I
our
think we gotta
mentality
go
in
to
the
at
playoffs.
least the Eastern Finals. There's no
That-
other.
is-
There's no other recourse. You
Well,
can't get swept last
is-
year with a good team.
Is that
and
not the
come back.
expectation,
You-
though, of a
you
number 2 seed in the
have to go to
conference?
the
That
Eastern
is the
Conference
expectation,
Finals.
but now if you see a lot of people are saying now with everything happening in the East, they're saying that Miami is second best
no
team
way.
in
I
the
heard
league.
that
I would
argument.
worry,
And with
No.
Joe, they got Joe.
They got Joe.
I would love to know. I would love to know how Joe's agent, how that conversation with the Raptors went. Did it happen? How deep did it go? Because my God,
I wouldn't have been happy if he was on our
we
team.
needed that
Let me
guy.
throw another
We
question
needed
at you,
him, man.
Since we're concerned
We
on
needed
whether or
him.
not they can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, we all know that we're concerned about Chicago with this Raptors team. Who is the team that you see knocking them out in that second round then? Because it'll end up being Miami, possibly if
That's
they
the
get
only
out.
team that I can
Miami,
see.
I'm scared of Miami.
I'm
right
very afraid of Miami.
now. I'll be honest.
When you have a
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade, it's always a
Yeah, there's
shot,
always
but
a
They got
variable.
Dwayne,
I
they
still
got
think
Joe,
the
man.
Raptors. I still think the Raptors
Okay.
are better than the Miami Heat. I'm sorry. I mean, come down to 7 games. You have the home court advantage.
Yep.
You got to take it.
All right, time to wrap up this segment. And what a Monday night, eh? Shouts out to the Villanova University that took home for Kyle Lowry and all the young Villanova fans a big, big win. We'll be back with more. Check this out, though.
It's one of the
Charles Barkley.
Charles got
reacting-
vertical again.
Oh, boy, Jay,
I love
right.
it.
They
Vertical.
come championship.
He's got a vertical
Sorry,
right there.
Kenny. Sorry, Kenny. Hang out.